Somebody who works in government will change it.
Would it be canvassing for a political solution to the case of Nnamdi Kanu?
For every one of them. I mean, why is he being held? It doesn't make sense to me. Some people say because he used vulgar words and everything. Is there anything wrong? I've not seen it. People just say, oh, using vulgar words. You say, it doesn't bother me if I'm president, whether you call me thief, call me a less man, call me idiot, which they call me today. It doesn't bother me. My duty as a leader is to the common man to put food on their table.
Well, if you are talking about the situation in the South, is it the same way you handle the agitators and those who are killing in the Northeast and the Northwest?
Remember what I said. If there are people I can talk to, I will talk to them. But remember what I said. Once I exhaust reason, I'll deal with it. Let's say tomorrow we have a bandit by name operating in the Northeast. I will look for him. Quote me anywhere. But, remember, that is just establish a link to say enough is enough.
Afterwards,
deal with it decisively.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me in this live section. Stay with me in this live section as I have a lot to say. So guys, if you're new to this channel, click that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button so that you'll be notified whenever we post update like this, and also drop a like button or drop a like for us, and then drop a comment for us under the comment section. Let's know what you're saying about this headline. So straight into what we have for today. P2B has come out to say that why is Nnamdi Kanu being held? He said his detention it doesn't make sense. That's what he said. His detention makes no sense. Why is he being held? Why? People said he used vulgar words. What is vulgar words? Does it mean he said a lot of things. Stay with me as we talk about what P2B said about Nnamdi Kanu's detention. So yesterday, during a live interview on Channels Television, P2B, a former presidential candidate, made a bold and surprising statement. And he said, according to him, he said it doesn't make sense for Nnamdi Kanu to still be in detention. Now let's break down with what P2B said, why it matters, what it means for Nigeria's fragile unity and justice system. Now, for those who may not know, Nnamdi Kanu is the founder of IPOP, a movement demanding a separate nation for the Igbo people on southern Nigeria, a rebirth of the old Biafra. In 2015, he was arrested by the Nigerian government for allegedly inciting violence, spreading hate, and operating a terrorist group. Though many argues these were political accusations to silence dissent. Now, he was later granted bail, but mysteriously disappeared after a military raid on his home in 2017. He resurfaced abroad and was controversially rearrested in 2021 through a suspected international jurisdiction, a move that violated international law and has been condemned by human rights bodies globally. Since then, he has remained in the custody of the Department of State Service (DSS), despite several court rulings, both Nigeria and international, ordering his release. So now let's talk about what Kanu said, what P2B said. So during his channel TV interview, P2B didn't mince word. According to him, he said it doesn't make sense to still keep Kanu in detention, especially when the main reason being cited is that Kanu used vulgar language or insulted people in power. Now, in this world, some people say Kanu insulted government official. He called someone a thief. He called someone an idiot. That shouldn't be enough to keep someone locked up. This is what P2B said. And then he said something very profound. He said, if I'm president and someone calls me a thief or idiot, it won't bother me. That was what P2B said. He said, if I'm president and someone calls me a thief or an idiot, it won't bother him. What Toby is saying here is very simple. Being insulted is not the same as being attacked. Freedom of speech, even when it's uncomfortable, is a right, not a crime. Freedom of speech, even if it criticizes a government or criticize any government official, even the ones that are not comfortable or even the ones that are harsh, it is right, it's not a crime. So Nnamdi Kanu has not. If they want to now come and put it that Nnamdi Kanu use vulgar words, it doesn't still make sense. Both harsh one, it doesn't worth keeping someone in prison for years. Peter B isn't just defending Kanu, he's pointing out to a deeper sickness in Nigeria's democracy. He says the country needs to use dialogue and inclusion, not punishment and oppression, to solve its problem. According to him, he said, you don't silence agitators by throwing them into prison. You talk to them. You ask why they are angry. You negotiate. You de-escalate. That's how really they solve problem. He said, even if I were to deal with bandits or criminals, I would first sit them down and understand why they do what they do before taking actions. This is what Obi said. This kind of thinking challenges the Nigerian government's long-standing use of force, detention, and violence to manage dissent. It flips and scripts from crackdowns to conversation. So now, what do all these things mean? It questions the legality and mortality of Kanu's detention, especially since Nigeria and Kenya courts has ruled against it. It opens the door for peaceful political resolution to one Nigeria's most decisive crisis. It puts pressure on President Bola Tinubu's government to abandon hardline tactics and consider peaceful negotiation. It redefines leadership in a country where ego, power, and vengeance often replace compassion, maturity, and dialogue. P2B's message is clear. We cannot keep punishing people simply because they oppress the government. Democracy must allow space for criticism, even sharp ones, even unpleasant ones, and unpleasant criticisms, both the good one and even harsh ones. Nnamdi Kanu's detention is no longer just a legal matter. It is a test of Nigerians' conscience. Is this country truly democratic? Is this country truly democratic? Or are we still under colonial style rule where opposition or opposing the government is treated like treason? Peter B may not be in office, but his voice reflects what many Nigerians are thinking. That's the time for revenge politics is over. Now, the time for revenge politics is over, and the time for national healing must begin. And that healing starts with obeying court orders and releasing Nnamdi Kanu. What do you think about this? Do you agree, Peter B? Drop your thoughts under the comment section and hit the subscribe button if you're new to this channel. Now, Peter B breaks silence on Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention, calling it unjust and senseless. In this powerful Channels TV interview, Obi says vulgar words should not land anyone in prison, not in a democracy. What does this mean for IPOB, the Nigerian government, and rule of law? Stay with us as we have a lot to talk about. Now, Peter B emphasized that being insulted is part. Peter B said being insulted is part of leadership. It comes with the job. If a president tomorrow, you should know that people must insult you. People must talk good about you, or they must insult you. These two is inevitable. You cannot run away from these things. So, criticism comes with the job. Peter B emphasized that being insulted is part of the leadership. It comes with the job. He said a true leader should rise above personal attacks and focus on governance. You don't need to start looking for who will insult you or who will not insult you. No, focus. Even if they're insulted, focus on what you came to do. You came to put food on their table. You came to protect them. You came to protect lives and property. This is your work. I'm not looking for who will insult you and who will not insult you. According to Obi, insults like thief or idiot are just words. Not enough reason to jail someone or jail anyone. He used himself as an example, saying insults. He said insult doesn't bother him or shouldn't bother any true public servant. IGP said that anybody that criticize any government official must be locked up or will be locked up. Does it make sense? Is that what you guys came to do? These bandits that are killing millions of people, you guys will not go after them. Looking after going after people that said that this person is not criticizing government official. Is it a crime to speak out? Is it not their rights? You should be concentrating on your job to protect lives and property, not looking for citizens you will jail because they insulted one government official. Does it make sense? Does it make sense at all? According to Obi, insults like thief or idiot are just words and not enough reason to jail anyone. He's asking, if we jail everyone who uses harsh words, then is this really democracy? Is this really democracy? Surely we have the freedom to speech, so why is it you come out to talk and then they will arrest you? Criticism is actually our right. We have the right to say this government is not doing well or this person is not doing well. We have the right to do that. It's not only Peter Obi that is calling for his release. Even a northern man said release release Nnamdi Kanu. Take a look.
Release Nnamdi Kanu. Nigerian government, release Nnamdi Kanu. I hope you people are enjoying the mass destructions that the Boko Haram are causing in the north. Because it is this careless attitude of you people that will make ordinary citizens to sign a mass destruction of a society. Because how long will you detain this man for no reason? Prove to the world what this man have done wrong. If you people are not enjoying the mass destructions of the north by the Boko Harams, release Nnamdi Kanu now. Because what you people will see in the nearest future, it will be a shocking news to the whole world. Release Nnamdi Kanu. Release Nnamdi Kanu or prove to the world what you have done wrong. You people will witness a heavy load. From one court adjournment to another court adjournment to another court adjournment. Release this man or prove to the world what he does wrong. That is what we are saying. Ordinary citizens will sign a mass destruction of everybody. If you people, if care is not taken, this is just a warning.
So you can see, this northern man was saying release Nnamdi Kanu. Everybody was shocked to see this because, initially northerners were against him. They didn't even want to hear anything concerning him. But right now, they are saying release him. And also, an APC member also came out and said, release this man. Everybody was shocked. APC that never wanted to hear Nnamdi Kanu. Now they are realizing that this man is actually innocent. Look at what is happening in the north. Nigerians cannot even protect their own people. They can't protect. Look at Boko Haram is killing everyone in the north, and the government is silent. President Tinubu is silent about it. This is so bad. Now let's keep looking at what Peter B said about Kanu's illegal detention. He has come out to say, why is he being held? Release him. He has not committed any crime. This is what Peter B is saying. Court has ruled that Nnamdi Kanu's extradition was illegal, yet he remained in DSS custody. One, the Nigerian Court of Appeal previously discharged and acquitted him. So why is he still being detained? Why is he still in detention? The UN, Human Rights Council, and Kenya courts has also ruled against his rejection. Obi is indirectly calling out the Nigerian government for disobeying the rule of law. The continued detention reflects a government that picks which court order to obey. This is not justice. You can't say Nigeria is practicing democracy. It's a lie. Imagine, these are the double standards in government. Bandits, terrorists, and known killers are being negotiated with and even pardoned in some cases. But look at an innocent man. Look at how he's being treated. Denied, he's being violated of his own right, denied medical care. He can't even see, can you imagine what's happening? Boko Haram members have been rehabilitated, but Kanu, a political agitator, remains locked up. For what? If you have any crime against him, why don't you come out and show proof of what he have done? Why does the government tolerate violence in some zones but crack down on peaceful agitators in others? P2B is exposing this imbalance. North gets negotiation, East gets oppression. Justice must be equal on every zone, tribe, voice, not selective. Not selective. Look at what is happening in the country and nobody is saying anything about that. Everybody is silent. They cannot even show one reason why he should be in detention. Guys, take a look at this video and hear what this lawyer said for yourself.
The prosecution, or one of the prosecution witnesses, I think Mr. BBB or so, all the things they asked him was saying no. At a point, the the judge or justice almost got angry. and was reprimanding them that if they don't have any matter to, they should stop coming and all that. It happened. So there was nothing concrete. I was thinking they are going to present a cache of arms stockpiled by Nnamdi Kanu somewhere. Because how can you be a terrorist without gun, Mr. Okoro? Mention anywhere in the world where you see terrorists without a single, not even cutlass with them.
You are a lawyer. What about inciting people? Because they also said it was inciting people.
What are you talking about? Inciting in what way? Hold on.
They recovered radio Biafra equipment from him.
Hold on, please. That is not the one of the hallmark of a terrorist. Politicians do incite people. True of us. Politicians. Were you not here when somebody told you that God told him that they should kill Tinubu's wife, Oluremi, that she's an infidel? Did it not happen in this country? That man was not even arrested, not to talk of questioning. What does that tell you? That one is even worse. The man who said it, Sheikh Tenshi. So when you are talking of incitement, I don't know what people are talking about. That is not the hallmark. That's not the prescription of a terrorist. Terrorists mean you are heavily armed, killing people, taking up territories, destroying villages and all that.
The terrorists also attack soft targets deliberately.
You say what?
They deliberately attack soft targets.
They don't look, as long as they're terrorists.
Because this affection between the government and the people.
Listen very well. A terrorist is a terrorist. And there are prescriptions. That's why no nation in the whole world has seen Nnamdi Kanu as a terrorist or IPOB as a terrorist group. Because they know how to describe a terrorist or terrorist organization. They know. This thing that killer Fulani herdsmen are doing is a perfect description of terrorism. Perfect description. But the federal government of Nigeria don't want to see that. They are still calling it a farmer header class. Do they need all the forests, all the land in the whole of Nigeria to do their business? If it is farmer header clash? No, tell me. You mean they don't have a place? You know, you had when Niger State to call them, come. If you are looking for land, we have more than enough. Kano State to call them, come, we have more than enough. Did they listen? They said no. So if it is land they are looking for, the states have promised them, come and take as much as you like a Niger State. Niger State has the size of the whole of Southwest. Okay. So why couldn't they go there if they are looking for land? If they are looking for land. I'm talking of a land that is twice the size of Lagos State. You can get it in Niger State, and yet there's vast area still left. 76,000.
Barrister, we are left with just 1 minute. Now, on the 18th of July, the prosecution and the defense will make their final addresses. What do you expect?
I cannot speak to them. The fact is that they have closed their case, Abi. Yes. The procedure and processes are going on fine.
Okay.
But from the look of things, it looks like the federal government have nothing against Nnamdi Kanu.
Okay. So,
yes.
So they are likely to let him go.
Well, is it not obvious? Is it not obvious? When they don't have any strong evidence against him, I told you here. If they have come out and said, look, it was Nnamdi Kanu, the whole of one part of Imo State, he occupied it, he killed every people, he did this, he did, that he made the broadcast. Who told you?
Okay.
So this other one that are killing in Benue, it was Nnamdi Kanu that incited them too, Abi. It was Nnamdi Kanu. He was the one that incited them. Why didn't they say that?
Well, Barrister, July 18th is about a month away from today, so let's see what goes on before then and on that day. This will be a good place to anchor this conversation.
So, guys, you heard what that lawyer said. You heard what he said. They said he's a terrorist. We were thinking the DSS witness will bring in different weapons, bundle of weapons they kept, that Nnamdi Kanu kept somewhere. But, guys, lo and behold, they don't have anything to show that he's a terrorist. Who is a terrorist? And how do you know a terrorist? You know them with weapons. They carry weapons, they kill people. That's who a terrorist is. They said he incites. I don't understand. Is that the full definition of terrorism, or is that how to describe a terrorist? The Fulanis in this country that are killing people, they are the true definition of terrorists. Yes, because they carry arms. Not even one cutlass has been found with Nnamdi Kanu. Just that he has been, exposing Nigerian government with his radio Biafra, exposing him. So why is Kanu being held? Why is he here? Why are they holding him in detention? What has he done? What is his crime? That's to tell you that this man is innocent. He's innocent. And that is why Obi has come out to say that his detention doesn't make sense to him. It doesn't even make sense to anyone. It doesn't at all. It doesn't make sense to anyone at all. Why is he being held? That's what we're asking the go. Why is he being held? Peter Obi has emphasized that being insulted is part of leadership. It comes with the job. They should know that. Peter Obi's point is clear. Dialogue should come before force. Every agitation has a root cause. The wise part is to address those root cause. IPOB grievance and are not imaginary. They stem from decades of marginalization. IPOB did not come out one morning to say we want our own nation. Something led to it. And what was that? Marginalization of the Igbos, the genocide. That was what happened. That was what led to the agitation. They did not just come out. In fact, every agitation has a root cause. And it's good they address it. The wise part is to address those root causes, what led to the agitation. The Nigerian government has not come out to say what led to this agitation. Why are you guys agitating? And they should address it. For long, Igbos have been marginalized, persecuted, the genocide. Since 1967 to date, they have not addressed the root cause of Biafran agitation. They have not addressed it. And you expect Igbos to be silent, rather they are even persecuting the Igbo the more. When you go to government positions, how many people are Igbos there occupying government seats? How many? You can barely find an Igbo man there occupying any active government position. Locking up leaders will not end agitation, it only strengthens the cause. Dialogue can prevent bloodshed and foster peace, but pride and vengeance are getting in the way. Kanu has been in solitary confinement for over 4 years now, getting to 5 years. This is psychological torture. His health is reportedly failing, yet he's being denied adequate medical care. Obi is reminding the nation, even agitators are still human beings with rights. If Kanu dies in detention, it could trigger serious unrest, especially in the southeast. Anything that happens to that man in detention, there will be problem in Nigeria. There will be serious problem in Nigeria. Mercy and wisdom are not needed more than brutal force. Look at what is happening in Nigeria today. Look at, there's unrest. Look, even in the southeast, the north, everywhere is on fire. Everywhere is on fire in the south, in the north. Take a look at what this lawyer said.
If we don't get angry with this thing, it will not get away. There is a proverb in my place that if you have rashes on your buttocks and you are covering it, the thing will continue to fester. But when you expose it, shame will allow you to stay there, it will go away. Why is it that each time Tinubu want to address this, he will not mention names? You mean up till now, Tinubu does not know who is causing this problem in Nigeria. Up till now, they don't know. Up till now, they don't know. They don't call them out. I expected Tinubu to call all the Fulani leaders, to call their people to order. That is the way to go. Buhari is there. He knows all this is. He kept quiet. If Nigerians were to be killing Fulani the way they are killing other people, wouldn't Buhari talk? Esther, wouldn't Buhari talk? They kept quiet because they are the one killing other people. You heard all the statement they have made concerning Benue especially. Telling Benue people they must do this before peace can reign. Imagine terrorists giving condition in Nigeria where Tinubu is the president.
He said so because we killed 200 people in Benue State, and so what? Is that why you people are crying and complaining? You are going to social crying and complaining. You are going to social media to complain. What you saw is just small. You people have been writing that you will chase Fulani out of Benue State.
Yeah, that one is rubbish.
But now you are the ones crying. How many of our cows were killed? How many of our people were killed in the bushes and in the Aruga settlements that you are crying over the killing of mere 200 people? So what? You have not seen anything yet.
Almighty.
I can kill 150 for one of my cows killed. For me, it's an eye for an eye. If you offend me, I don't wait. I take my vengeance immediately. I have stopped thinking twice. I don't forgive or forget. You do me, I revenge as a Fulani of the forest. Killing a human being who offends me or kills my cow is nothing to me. There is no killing that is difficult for me to carry out to avenge my cow or any wrong done to me. We have not even started and you people are crying already. You will soon see what we are going to do.
He even added something.
Yes,
he said the Fulanis are not government. He said Fulanis are not government. Maybe if government doesn't want to take action, they themselves, they don't waste time. Esther, thank God you are reading this thing now. Nigerians, you can see what we are talking about. You can see. I told him the true story. That is farmer header class. What kind of farmer header class?
They're still running with that narrative.
Can you just imagine? All because the president said it himself. That is farmer header class.
President, did you know that 11 states, because of the resurgence and in killing spree across the nation, 11 states are taking steps to commence ranching as a way to address the age-long violent clashes.
That is not the problem. I told you here, that thing will not work. Esther, even if you give these people a sort of to rear their cattle, they will not agree. That is not what they want. I told Tinubu here when they started this cattle, whatever, ranch, it will not work. That's not what they want.
Are you sure? But the states that are ready to commence the ranching are Lagos. Wait, listen, Lagos, Plateau, Ondo, Zamfara, Bauchi, Delta, Niger, Kano, Jigawa, Nasarawa, and Anambra states. They said the development comes against the surge in killings in Benue and Plateau communities linked to armed headers because of the killings of over 200 persons last week. So, Barrister, this ranching has been something that has been touted since the administration of Muhammadu Buhari. But the fear is that when you give these individuals opportunities to ranch, they take over the settlements.
Have I not told you that that's not what they want?
So what?
Listen very well.
Okay.
During Buhari, when they were pretending to gullible Nigeria that they want to solve the problem, Niger State said they should come and all the land, whatever they need, they provide it. It happened. I discussed it. The Kano State said they should come if they are looking for land. Because that was the first thing they started making noise, that they need land, no place. Kiniko. I said, look at these people, pretenders. Esther, they are, at least Niger State is on the temperate region. It's not in the desert or whatever. So whatever you want to do there, Esther, Niger State is the size of the entire Southwest. Can you just imagine? South, come. Esther, did they listen to them? Did they listen to them? I'm asking you. So if land is their problem, this one that they are offered to them on a platter of gold. Kogi State did the same thing. Kogi State is the size of the entire Southeast. Esther, I hope you are listening to me.
I'm listening to you, sir.
Kogi State is the size of the entire Southeast of 5 states. So what land are you looking for? You cannot find in this place, Esther. Please tell me. Is the Kogi State in the desert? No, tell me. To tell you that these people are pretenders, I can use it to build a new city for Fulanis. So that whether you are a Fulani man from the moon, from the outer space, from wherever, from inner Mongolia, outside Mongolia, if you enter Nigeria, you go there. Since they are your people, you can be comfortable there without any problem. Esther, I made that suggestion here. That Buhari have the opportunity. Since they listen to him, go and do this. You have enough land to rehabilitate these people. Esther, did anybody listen to me? No. Hey. So why do you think that this ranching? What are you talking about? The agenda is temple. Look at what somebody said with his mouth. Only not for what he did. They almost killed the autumn in the same Benue, a governor, elected governor, and they come out to tell you how they did it. Yet no arrest was made. Esther, no arrest. Oh my! Look, look, you see these people, the way they are doing this, they will cause problem, Esther. I'm not joking. Collect their village, collect their farmland, and rename the village. The most annoying thing from Nigeria, at least the securities you have told us to, they said that these people are not from Nigeria. So what are you doing? Esther, what are they doing? You can see how Tinubu is going to win 2027, Abi. That you allow people to come into Nigeria and be killing Nigerians, and you want those Nigerians to come and vote for you in 2027. How can that be? Esther, how can that be? With this level of insecurity, Tinubu is still campaigning for 2027. Is it possible? No, tell me, is it possible? These are the things that make other leaders in other countries resign from office. You don't need to be told. You don't resign on your own because you have failed. You have failed. How How can you control for
ranching be established in their own home base?
I am telling you.
When you set up a ranching facility, water, the feedstock, everything is provided there by the state government. I'm sorry to say this, I know that everyone has the freedom to move from one location to the other. Must they reside in other cities, in other states?
Esther, look,
do they have to travel across board?
Look, discussing this matter is very annoying on its own.
No, we have to, Barrister Darlington, because tomorrow you hear of another killing. You can hear one of them who came on social media to post. I'm expecting that the DSS will drill these individuals and not just go and catch innocent Nigerians because the president has given you a timeline. Without proper security, Barrister Darlington, your economy will definitely not thrive. That one is for sure. And not with the external situation going on now with Israel, Iran, the US. Obviously, we know that Nigeria relies heavily on import. We import a lot of things. So if anything happens that there's going to be a constraint in a disbursing of crude oil or having to import crude oil, there's a volatility in the country. So can we actually afford any of this particular misdemeanor? Can we afford it? What is the immediate solution? Imagine you're advising the president. What should be applied to curtail this? This is wrong. This is bad.
When a man does not want your advice, what he's doing is his mind. Tinubu is after 2027.
You cannot say so.
I said
if you don't have a people, if you don't have a people, what's 2027?
It doesn't matter. 2 people can vote him into office. Two people.
It's not possible.
Apparently,
Nigerians to allow that.
Are you serious? Look at what he said in Benin. Does it mean that Tinubu wants to solve this problem?
They kept saying that he doesn't have the political will to resolve this. Okay.
Am I lying?
So the resurgence has become so incessant. According to them, they feel that there are certain elements who are in the opposition or certain persons who are not happy with him who have decided to create this, they call it a facade of insecurity, so that it will seem like the president is incapable of actually resolving insecurity, which would be a major issue for him in terms of accumulating trust for his recampaign in 2027. Now, my question is, if the presidency has realized that indeed there are certain persons whom we don't know, but maybe they know, that are actually trying to defame his administration, is this not an opportunity to take decisive action? Call out this, I'm sure with your security intelligence, what is the fear of calling these individuals out? What is the fear of publicly prosecuting them? If there is any inkling that an individual is named as the one who is galvanizing, why not call them out? Why are you afraid? What is the fear?
Esther, God works in a wonderful way. Initially in this country, did they not tell you that Nnamdi Kanu is the problem of Nigeria? Insecurity. In fact, if any husband and wife are fighting in Sokoto, is Nnamdi Kanu. If 2 farmers are quarreling in Zamfara, is Nnamdi Kanu and the Igbo people. Is that not what they were telling you here? Now, the truth has come out here. They cannot do anything. Esther, what does that tell you? Were you not here when they were? Everything is IPOB. Everything is IPOB. Is that not true? Even the answers that the youth who came together to challenge police brutality, it was Nnamdi Kanu. Is that not true? Now that these ones have exposed themselves.
So guys, you heard what that lawyer said. He said a lot of things that made sense. Imagine in this country, a bandit or a terrorist to be the real terrorist though. Nigerian people label dissent as terrorists, but they won't go after the main terrorists that buy people, that have records of killing and death. So now, if they will catch a terrorist, they will forgive them. They'll be pardoned, and imagine that kind of thing. But the ones that didn't do anything, they are only agitating for agitating peacefully, they'll go after them. That's tell you, kind of country we are in. Imagine, why is it that Tinubu cannot call out these people and what are they scared of? They label IPOB terrorists. Even common NSAS protests, they said, it was IPOB that made it violent and everything. Any small thing, that's like that lawyer said, even if it's a woman and his husband that is fighting in Sokoto, they will still call IPOB. They know the main terrorists, but they have refused to go after them. Now, Nnamdi Kanu has been granted, acquitted, but no, they will not ignore. They will ignore it. Now, the fact that Nigerian government disrespects court rulings, Nigeria's image on global stage suffers when it disrespects court rulings. The continued detention of Kanu is attracting criticism from international human rights groups. Investors and global partners are watching how Nigeria treats civil liberties just because he spoke, because he wasn't silent. Imagine if Nnamdi Kanu was silent, me and you know that they would have released him long time ago. Obi's comment shows his thinking about how Nigeria is perceived abroad. If Nigeria wants peace and progress, it must start by respecting justice both locally and globally. Now, if Peter Obi were to be president today, he hinted that he would have released Kanu already. He said if he becomes the president today, that he would have released Kanu since. Now, the question is, what example are we setting for the youth? Are you setting that speaking out leads to prison? His words challenged Tinubu directly is about law and order, or is it about law and order or about ego and power? Who's benefiting from Kanu's continued detention? Even when Kenya has said release him, Amnesty Nigeria is saying release him. He violated EU's laws, violated international law. So why are they still keeping him? Who is benefiting from this? Nigerian government claims that they are practicing democracy, but no, they are not practicing democracy. Will Nigeria choose dialogue and healing or continue with force and division? Obi understand that in a free society, criticism is normal, even harsh ones. He separates emotional reaction from policy decision. He believes leaders must not be emotionally fragile. Calling someone names isn't a security threat, it's a free speech. Democracies allows dissent, dictatorship jail. Nigerian government feels they're practicing they feel they're practicing democracy, but no, what they're practicing is dictatorship.
I've always said that the security problem here is created by the federal government. The day that they want the insecurity to finish, you see, it will end. I insist that it's federal government. They wanted to arrest Kanu. Did they not arrest him? They wanted to arrest Igboho. Where is he now? Is he not running away? Yeah. So if they want to end banditry and kidnappings and all that occasioned by Fulani people, it will be done. Why is the Fulani own exception? Why are they not arresting them? And they are everywhere. Everybody knows where they are. So the day that the presidency and the federal government want insecurity to end in this country, it will end.
Personally, the way this insecurity is being discussed, I don't like it. Seriously, we are not calling out names. We are not. I remember when they said someone Eba is the problem in the status. All of us rose up, all Igbos. On the platform, I called his name out. I called him. Every Igbo man called out to Simon Ekpa. It happened in this country until he was brought down in Finland. Why is it that when this is going on, we have never been able to name the people behind it? Deliberately, we avoid their name, we avoid their tribe, we avoid their religion, and that's why they have continued. You see that this person is the problem. Call him out. Why are we just discussing insecurity generally as if all Yorubas, all Igbos, all Niger Delta, they are all involved in insecurity? There is a particular ethnic group that don't want us to have peace in this country. Call them out. Call them out. Let them know that yeah, we know they're not doing this thing. Stop it. Every time when they look at the people like Atiku and other talking, they don't know who's behind all this thing. Don't they know? Please don't they know? Have they called out their brothers who are behind all this and say, look, stop this thing you are doing? Under Buhari, what did he do for once? Meanwhile, we know that the Fulanis are behind all these things. And we say, we don't call Fulani. Then are you going to call me? What then are you going to call me? Hey, if you don't want to discuss, let them leave it now. Let them continue what they are doing. Why are you people hiding the truth somewhere? The Fulani, I don't know where they come, but they're all Fulanis. They want to invite them into this court to come and kill us. And their brothers are aware. The people that invited them are aware. So why are they complaining that we have insecurity? And you cannot tell that you are behind this. It is you. It is you that brought this in. Why not go and call that your mad dog? Because it's the owner of the mad dog that will call the mad dog to order.
Marisa, it's interesting that, but right now, it's not a northerner that is in office. So why? I mean, Atiku also said something. He said, look, that the president should take decisive action. So Atiku is saying take decisive action.
Good.
Why do you think the president is not doing so?
Hold on. I have just told you here. Jonathan did the same thing. What happened? It was part of the reasons why the North hated Jonathan. You and I saw what happened now. Okay, what effort have the Northerners made? Yeah, this thing is very right in their region there. Mr. Moses, tell me that definite effort, frontal effort the Northerners have made concerning this particular group of people.
It's not about the Northerners.
It is about
the Northerners are not the president is not from the North. The president is being called upon to take decisive action.
Are you serious?
Shouldn't the president take decisive action as against us looking at the North?
No, let them start it. The same way he told Muftan to take control of what is going on there. You think if Tinubu should take that action you are talking about now, he would remain in that office? Hold on. Or you think we don't know what is going on? It has become a weapon of what? Demand. Whenever you are not dancing to their tune, they will unleash this mad dog against you. They need to Jonathan now. But now we shy away from the truth here. It has become a weapon of demand. If you don't give up, they will allow the power boy to do whatever. You have what Sheikh Gumi said here. That anybody that attack the bandits, in fact, there are good and bad bandits.
No, but when you're limiting it to, they will unleash them to attack people. Now, recall that this attack does not just happen in one place. It is now cutting across every part of the nation. It's happening in Sokoto State. It's happening in Zamfara. You bring it back again to Ondo. It's happening also in Ebonyi and Plateau.
We are talking.
Why are we limiting it?
Who are the people doing all these attacks everywhere? Fina, who are the people spreading all this terror all over the country? Who are the people? You can see now, you can't even answer. You can see. Why can't you call them people to order? Why can't you call them to order? They are the ones doing all this all over the place. Their people are aware. You think they don't know what they are doing? They keep one of them and see their reaction.
Yes. Let us get something.
Get it clear.
What we are asking is it in the place of Atiku? Is it in the place of Northern Elders Forum? Is it in the place of Iowa Consultative Forum to stop terrorism in the north, in the country? Or is it in the place of the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria?
As it is now, since they don't want anybody to touch them, then they should do something about it.
So are you saying that they are more powerful than the Nigerian state?
Mr. Okoro, who brought them
under the control of the president?
Who brought them here? Is it not a fact that they are the ones that brought them here? Is it not a fact? Is it not a fact? They should return them where they brought them now, so that you can have peace.
Who should return them? Are they the ones that should return them, or the president?
It is the people because they have used it to intimidate the Nigerian state. That is why whenever they operate, nobody arrest them, nobody say anything.
Are you saying that the Nigerian state is more like overwhelmed?
Ask Tinubu, you heard what Sheikh Gumi told you, that anybody that attack them, they will not vote for him.
Barrister Dani, is he not more powerful than the entire Nigerian state?
I don't like you to go through that. So when you know the truth, don't shy away from it. They have already said it. They have said it. That was part of the arrangement.
Why don't you just react directly to the question? Do you think the North, are you saying that the northern elites are more powerful than the Nigerian state?
Do you need anybody to tell you that? They have said it. What? Look, oh my God. Mr. Moses, please, let us not shy away from the truth. They are. Pure evil, they are. They are proving it in so many ways. Mention anything that involves any of them that was taken serious in this country. Mention anything that they have done and they did not get away with it. Mention. And you are still asking questions. They have told you. Not now in the popular Nigerians.
I want to ask the question. In your opinion now, the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu cannot curtail the activities of these killer hunters or headsmen or bandits or Lakurawa or Boko Haram or whatever you choose to call them.
When it involves them or their Tinubu cannot do anything. We have seen it. If not, are you telling me that if this killing in Plateau has happened anywhere close to the south here, you mean Tinubu would have not reacted, Abi? Are you serious? No, answer that question now. Since you are trying to defend the indefensible, yeah.
No, I'm not defending.
Yes, it is not. They are supposed to be the of Nigeria. They have said it. They put the that's why they do whatever with impunity and arrogance, violating our laws.
Barrister, check the reaction that we got from what happened in Uromi in Edo State. There was also killings in Edo State. There was also killings also in Enugu State, in Angufu to be precise, and what happened also in Uzowani. And what reactions have we actually gotten from the president? With all these pockets of killings that we've recorded.
You said what reaction? You only react when it has to do with you here, or you just keep quiet. and he only keep quiet when the people that are having upper hand. I say go and kill one Fulani herdsman.
Go and kill one person. One more question before we move away from this conversation. The president, when he declared a state of emergency on Rivers State, he did say that the governor did not come to ask him to declare the state of emergency. In fact, he was taking it upon himself to declare the state of emergency, seeing that things had degenerated in the state. Now the president is being called upon by different actors to declare a state of emergency in areas where there is insecurity. Do you think he should declare a state of emergency?
Did you even see the statement he put out when the first killing happened in Plateau? He said that it is an age-long thing. I reacted over that statement just a few days ago. It is an age-long thing, so he cannot solve the problem. That there is not a question of insecurity. You had all this.
He said he cannot solve the problem. Did you say that?
Yes, now that is when he said that the government should take over for a serious matter.
Okay, interpreting that.
Yes, now that is it. Something that it's your responsibility to protect life and property. That's what you want to. And now something has happened, and you are not telling the government whom you know have no power to even command the CP, the commissioner of police in the state, and you are asking go and do something. Go and do something. Is that how to solve the problem? The one that you took over in Rivers State, who called you to come and declare state of emergency? Who called you? Who told you? Now that there is a backlash,
is it okay? Is it okay to now say that protecting oil pipelines and protecting certain infrastructure is more important to the leaders in Nigeria than protecting the lives of Nigerians?
So what do you think before?
Is that accurate?
It is very, very accurate. Very, very accurate, because that was even the real reason. He said that a pipeline was busted by on Fubara's watch. And he did it as if Fubara is responsible for protecting the pipelines. Okay. So when you look at all this, what I'm saying is that I have told you here that before this week will run out. I said it on Monday. Is that not true? That more will happen because you have not been able to call out those behind all these things.
Okay.
If those lists they gave you from Dubai, you are people from Igbo land or Yoruba land. Do you think that list wouldn't have been made open? No, answer me. So when you see all this, why are we not covering it and pretending as if it's a general issue? No, it is specific.
Okay.
It is targeted. The governor said it from Plateau that this is what ethnic cleansing.
So
why are you calling it as if it's a general matter?
Indeed.
How many of them are going to clean out the Kano State and
one more.
Plateau State Governor Caleb Mufwang, he say now big men now that they cause the problem of security we get for the country, say because they use their position.
So guys, we heard what those people said, Nnamdi Kanu is just held for nothing. He didn't do anything. They can't even point, they can't even come out and, say what happened. They cannot come out and say this is what happened. This is the reason why, this is what he did. If Tinubu actually have something against him, they should come and tell the world what happened, like they should come out and tell the world what he has done. They are just silent. Tinubu's silence shows that he's complicit to Nnamdi Kanu's detention. And for those that are saying that Tinubu did not put him there, now let them know that Tinubu's administration actually inherited an illegal detention of a man, which is Nnamdi Kanu. And what have they done? What have they done? What is he doing to release him? What is he doing to set him free when they know that he's innocent? That's the question. So Tinubu's silence is just showing that they are complicit to this crime. So that's of course the end of this discussion. Hit the subscribe button, like and share this video for more information. Hit the subscribe button so that you'll be notified whenever I drop update like this. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.